So if we look in the toolkit and we go into the processes and procedures folder, then you will see an internal audit subfolder. And here you will find IA1 through IA5, which can help you with your internal audit. IA1 then is the internal audit procedure. So if we just open that up, you will see that we've got a procedure there which outlines how you go about undertaking an internal audit. So it's important that you set out your store and show people exactly how you can go about it. IA2 then is the internal audit program and plan. And this is talking about how frequently and what you're actually going to be auditing is the detail. It's the flesh on the bone. So you said how you can do it. And then it's about when and who is going to be involved. Then under IA3, we have a template here for the internal audit findings report. So this is how you report back to management on your overall findings of the audit. And then IA4 then is an internal audit checklist. So what is it that I'm checking? So you'll see, for example, this one is about the clauses. The clauses start with clause 4, the context of the organization. We've got reference to the clause that we're checking, some audit criteria. What is the requirement that we're checking? And then some questions to help you when you're going through the audit, and then some evidence checks. So for example, here it says show one example where an internal or external issue led to a change in scope or something. You'll have to tailor that depending on the type of audit you're doing and whether this is their first audit or not, but it's helpful guidance, I think. And then some typical evidence examples. You could suggest these things might be useful evidence to see, and then you record the results and then you move on to the next one. So that just covers the clauses. And then the last one is a statement of applicability. And this document allows you to explore the controls of Annex A, the 93 controls, and you can go through them and it's listed each control. And then some example evidence of the kind of things that might indicate that they've met that control. And then you can record your finding alongside that. So there's lots of helpful information there to guide you through that check as well. So between all of them, you've got the guidance on how, when and where and whom with you're going to undertake your internal audit. Then you've got the checklist as well. And then you've got the final report back to senior management on the results.